Twice the Goodbye, a story of love, loss, and second chances. Julian Lancaster had it all: power, wealth, and a last name that could open any door in New York. At 36, he wasn't just successful, he was untouchable. Wrapped in designer suits, surrounded by models and investors, Julian was the man others envied. But beneath the polished surface, behind the charm and the smirk, was a secret he'd buried long ago. Her name was Emily. 3 years earlier, she wasn't just his fiancée. She was his anchor, his calm in the storm, the one who loved him before the billions and the bravado. Their wedding was meant to be the beginning of forever, but forever ended a week before the ceremony. Julian vanished. No goodbye, no note, no reason. One moment they were choosing flowers. The next, Emily was left in silence. She called, wrote, pleaded, but everything came back unanswered, unopened. Eventually, she stopped trying. And then came the shock point. 2 months later. Emily sat staring at an ultrasound screen as the doctor smiled gently. "You're having twins." 2 boys. Tears slipped down her face as she whispered, "Of course I am. Double the goodbye." Emily moved to a new city, worked 3 jobs. She poured everything into raising her sons, Cameron and Caleb, identical in looks to their absent father. Same deep-set eyes, same curls, same crooked smile. She raised them with love, with music and books, with stories of heroes and hope. She taught them to clap to jazz before they could walk, to say please and thank you, and never, ever be ashamed of their story. Meanwhile, Julian convinced himself he had done the right thing, that leaving protected her, that his world was too sharp, too messy for someone like Emily. He drowned regret in champagne toasts and million-dollar deals. But some nights, alone in his penthouse, he wondered what their children might have looked like, what the wedding would have been. Still, he never reached out, until the gala at IT was a black-tie fundraiser in a different city. Julian came expecting speeches and schmoozing. Nothing personal, nothing emotional. And then he saw her. Across the marble floor stood Emily, stunning in a sleek black dress, her hair shorter now, falling in waves over her shoulders. But she wasn't alone. 2 little boys stood beside her, dressed in matching navy vests and white shirts. Holding onto her hand like their lives depended on it, Julian froze. The music blurred. The room disappeared. All he could see were 2 miniature versions of himself. Same eyes, same curls, same face. His glass slipped from his hand and shattered on the floor. People turned. So did Emily. Their eyes met. After 3 years of silence, Julian walked toward her, each step slower than the last. "Emily," he whispered. She didn't flinch. He glanced at the boys. Cameron clutching a toy car, Caleb holding tight to her dress. "Are they?" "You tell me," she said, cool and even. Julian's voice cracked. "They look just like me." "Yes," Emily replied. "And they ask about you. Every day." Julian stood there, speechless. For the first time in his life, through billion-dollar deals and boardroom victories, he felt exposed. "I'm sorry," he finally said. Emily looked down at the boys, ran her fingers through their curls. "You don't just get to be sorry. You missed first words, first steps, birthdays, fevers, lullabies. You missed them. I didn't know." Julian choked out. "I thought I'd ruin your life. So instead, you vanished and left me to raise 2 boys alone." He looked down at the boys, who now watched him quietly. "Were their names?" "Cameron and Caleb." "They're beautiful," he murmured. "I don't deserve this, but I want to meet them, know them, if you'll let me." Emily didn't answer right away. Then she knelt beside her sons. This isn't about you anymore, Julian. It's about them, and they deserve to know their father. She looked at the boys. Cameron, Caleb, this is Julian. He's your dad. Julian lowered himself to their level, hands trembling. Hi, he said. I'm your dad. Silence. Then Caleb reached out and gently touched his hand. Cameron followed, quieter. Do you have trucks? He asked. Julian laughed through his tears. I'll get you a whole garage if you want. For the first time in years, Emily smiled. That night, Julian sat in his hotel room, stunned. He had almost missed it all. Two incredible boys. The woman who once loved him completely, but this time he didn't run. Over the next year, Julian changed. He stepped back from business. He took parenting classes. He read stories at night. He showed up. Not with money, but with presence. Emily watched from a distance. At first, cautious, but slowly she saw something real. A man once fueled by fear, now grounded in love, that on Caleb's 4th birthday, Julian brought a small cake. Not expensive, just meaningful. It read, To my sons, thank you for saving your dad. Eventually, he moved closer, to be part of their lives, not just a visitor in them. And one quiet evening, after the boys were asleep, Julian turned to Emily. I never stopped loving you, he said, but I understand if you've moved on. Emily looked at him, voice soft. I never stopped either, but I had to protect us. Julian nodded. Then let me protect you now. They didn't rush, but piece by piece they rebuilt what was lost. Stronger this time, wiser, forged in truth. Years later, at Cameron and Caleb's kindergarten graduation, Julian sat proudly with Emily beside him. The boys beamed from the stage in matching navy vests. Just like the night, everything changed. Julian clutched their drawings like priceless treasure he had lost time. But not everything. Because the most shocking twist of all wasn't that he had twins at IT, was that those twins gave him a second chance at love, at family, and at being the man he never thought he could be. And this time, he stayed.